Kalvin Phillips, who was signed from Leeds at £43 million in there for you by Pep Guardiola and announced last week, has really taken part into his first training session with Man City in there for you. Remember, on the unveiling ceremony, he was not there and put out a tweet apologizing to the Man City fans all over the world and told them that, please, I'm sorry for not having really made it. But I really believe that next time I'll be in here not to let you down, because you are really the real guys that I'm supposed to go in here and present myself. So today he has really taken part into the first part of the training of Man City, and it has really been so nice in there for you. He was all smiles, training with a side which goes by the names of City in there for you. So on that day, that was over the weekend, when they unveiled people like this guy, Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland went ahead to say, when he was asked that, which team can't you wait to play? Do you know what he said? Manchester United. He said, they asked him, which team do you feel like you can't wait to play for in the Premier to face in the Premier League? He said, I don't want to say it, but Manchester United. So because he knows that there is a very big rivalry between Manchester United and Man City. That's why he made that reply, and the entire world, the entire audience that was really attending the unveiling ceremony shouted and really hailed him and they, hey, that's our man, number 9. But United is not a cracking joke as it was last season. It's not going to be an easy nut, Mr. Haaland. You might come in there at Old Trafford and you get beaten in there for you. So this is the tweet I was talking about, that a man who goes by the names of Kalvin Phillips put up. He said, really gutted that I wasn't feeling well enough to make the Man City unveiling today. I will see you soon. Thanks for making me feel so welcome already. That's what he really put out after really missing out onto the unveiling ceremony in there for you that Man City organized on the weekend in there for you, that really had the likes of Haaland, Julian Alaves, and the goalkeeper in there for you. But today, Kalvin Phillips has taken part into the first training session of Man City in there for you, alongside very many other players in there for you. I've not spotted Haaland. I don't know why, but we're waiting to see what's really going to happen for Haaland in there for you. Now, allow me to show you these photos from the Man City website as how Man City trained today in there for you. So that is Kalvin Phillips, the man in there for you. He was lacing up, getting ready for training, and he was all smiles in there for you, though he really took some time to look to the person who was taking the photo in there for you. Then when you look at that man, it's always Jack Grealish in there for you. Jack Grealish makes his way onto the pitch. As you see him on the field of play in there for you, that is Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish making his way to the field of play in there for you. And he's really they've handed him a chance to go in and really express himself as a Man City player after the departure of a player who goes by the names of Sterling. The reason as to why Sterling has been sold, it's because Jack Grealish needs space to go in and really express himself at Man City. He needs more playing time. There is no way you can really bench a player who really costed you £100 million. So the manager just wants to see that this deal really works out. But I'm waiting to see whether it will. This time, Pep Guardiola, you might have bought eggs and they all got broken. So we are waiting to see whether this deal will work out of man who goes by the name of Jack Grealish in there for you. But he's a good player. He's a good player, but I think he has just failed to fit into Man City in here for you. Then Pep Guardiola, the manager, watches how the lads were really training at the field of play in there for you. That is Pep Guardiola, the manager of a team which goes by the names of Man City. That is Bernardo Silva, shows off his pearly whites in there for you. So the pearly whites, they're meaning the teeth in there for you. But he's a man who is rumored to be wanting to go to Barcelona. He offered himself to Barcelona the previous season, and Barcelona promised him that next season he'll be going to come in for you, and Man City know it, that there is genuine interest for Barcelona in Bernardo Silva, and his agent has talked to the president of Barcelona, Joan Laporte. His agent, George Mendes, the same agent as that of Ronaldo and Ruben Neves. They've talked to Barcelona and they've really shown genuine interest in him. But Barcelona have so far signed Rafinha. They re-signed Ousmane Dembele because he was a free agent. They have now made a bid of Lewandowski. Their next big move is to go in and sign a player who goes by the names of Bernardo Silva from Man City. Man City are calling for 100 million euros for this lad. Close to 80 million pounds. That's what is needed for them to sign this player who goes by the names of Bernardo Silva. So we are waiting to see whether Bernardo Silva will cross from a side which goes by the names of Man City to a side which goes by the names of Barcelona. But keeping in mind that Xavi is an admirer of Bernardo Silva. Xavi admires Bernardo Silva a lot, and he really sees him as that player that is going to be so much integral in his squad. In therefore, that is Bernardo Silva in there for you. So when you look at that, after that, we come into Zinchenko, gets ready for the next drill in the for you, that is Zinchenko. But Zinchenko is really one of those players that Man City are really going to sell. Zinchenko says, I don't want to go and play for a team that is going to play me in the midfield as a left back. I want to go to a team that is going to play me in the midfield because I'm a midfield. I want to play as an attacking left winger. But Arsenal, I read the story that they were interested in him, and asked myself, were Arsenal interested in him to come in and play him as a left winger? Because obviously they have Martinelli, they have Martinelli, they have Emile Smith Rowe. So where is he going to play? Was Arsenal looking at him as a left back? So those are the questions that have to come in here and answer about this guy who goes by names of Zinchenko. But he's already with training with Man City. We wait to see what his future is really going to be at City in there for you. The man of the moment who really won them the Premier League, Ilkay Gundogan, sharpening up at the training session. This man who goes by Ilkay Gundogan was so much pivotal into their win of the Premier League. In that last game they faced against Aston Villa, Aston Villa was 2 goals ahead. He came in, scored the first goal. Pedri equalized, and he scored the winner to grant Man City the title. So granting the Man City the title was not an easy nut to crack, but he came out and really did the needful, and this saved his job at Man City because they were not willing to offer him a new contract, and they are willing to let him go. But those 2 goals he scored really gave Man City a second thought. And how do you let a man leave who really scored you all those goals to grant you that trophy on the final day where Liverpool had gone ahead to beat Wolves by 3-1? You get? That's what even Liverpool did on Divock Origi. Remember that match when Mo Salah was injured in the semi-final when they're playing Barcelona? He came up and really he scored, were they 4 goals? Were they 4 goals to give Liverpool a lead to go into the Champions League finale? Remember, Liverpool had suffered a 3-0 defeat away in Barcelona, and they came in here and they really hit Barcelona by 4-0 at Anfield. And guess who was responsible for all those goals? It was Divock Origi. So it's always looking ashamed to take off a player like Gundogan by not granting him a new contract. Yet he's the man that really won you the Premier League in there for you on the last day. That is Phil Foden. You know him very well, cracking a smile in there for you. That is Phil Foden in there for you. One of the English players that is really talented in there for you. Jack Grealish in there for you. Tests his core strength in there for you. That is Jack Grealish in there for you. Remember, he's in to take over that position of the man who goes by the names of Sterling, who has really confirmed his move to Chelsea and is in America. And today he's going to train with Chelsea for the very first time. And here we'll bring you the photos and the footage as it happened in America. Pep Guardiola in discussion with Enzo Maresca and Rodolphe Borrell. Those are his assistant coaches that he really got in when Mikel Arteta really left. So Pep Guardiola was so much watching on with his assistant coaches as they really trained a side which goes by names of Man City in there for you. Then this is Jack Grealish in there for you, shields the ball. That is a man who goes by names of Jack Grealish, doing the needful to go on and really present. This is Kalvin Phillips, all smiles, joining Man City. His first day on training, he's enjoying it, and I know he's really loving it, and is so much ready to take on the new mantle that Pep Guardiola is really going to tell him or give him to go ahead and do at Man City. Good person, good player, talented in there for you, and I really believe that if he can go for £43 million, why should they tell you that Declan Rice is worth £150 million? Which team is going to go ahead and buy him? No team. No team is going to go and buy you, man. This is Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake is one of those players that will end up this season not being at a side which goes by the names of Man City, because he's being wanted by a side which goes by the names of Chelsea. And they are planning to go ahead and really accomplish this deal. Remember, they've signed in one defender so far, Koulibaly, who is undergoing his medical right now in London because he has arrived. He left Italy like 3-4 hours ago. He has now arrived in London. He is undergoing a medical and will travel to America to join his teammates in the field. So Nathan Ake was in training, but his future at Man City is no longer there. He's going to leave in there for you. This is Kyle Walker, prepares to volley towards the goal in there for you. Obviously, he's the fastest. He's the fastest defender they have in there for you. And many Man City fans told me that if at all he was really playing the right back, Vinicius Junior wouldn't have scored that goal against us at Etihad in there for you. That is Kyle Walker in there for you. Then this is Julian Alaves from South America to Man City, and the coach has no plans of loaning him. He really wants him to be part of his squad. Then Enzo Maseka, Guardiola pictured during the training session. You see them very well, and this is the man of the moment. That is Julian Alaves trying to take a shot in there for you. Hope you enjoy him in there for you. So those are Man City players and how they really went ahead to train with Kalvin Phillips for the very first time in there for you. With Julian Alaves, you see him trying to take that shot into the goal, firing it to goal. That is a man who goes by names of Julian Alaves in there for you, and Kalvin Phillips. They've trained with Man City for the very first time. So tell me what you think about them training with Man City for the very first time, because you might have enjoyed the video. Smash the like button, comment and share, because here we do all stories, we do all teams in here for you. And this time around we've gone with Kalvin Phillips, Julian Alaves and Man City, training with them for the very first time. Remember to subscribe to this channel, and after subscribing, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video to this channel. Go by the names of Rokani David. We sign out for now. See you later, and we are coming back with the live session in there for you. How many videos have we done so far? Let me check. I just feel like have reached our number. We said 5 videos today. We said 5. Let me see how many have we done. Today we've so far done 3. This is the 4th video. All right, 1 to go. 1 to go, and we are bringing it. No worries, we are bringing it. Thank you for watching us, and this is Rokani Media Football. I'm out.